Well, good morning, YouTube land. Grumpy old redneck here. Hopefully this ain't too shaky. I'm holding it in my hand. Well, I started the project last night. And got working on it this morning, so I'd bring y'all along with me. Thought I might make a good video. Since before Christmas, today is the Saturday after New Year's. What is this, the 6th, I think? Yeah, January 6th. I've been working on cleaning up the maker space and the living room. Well, I hasn't gotten real far, as you can see. Part of the problem is, where do I put everything? Well, ever since the roommate moved out, he left me this dresser that he had that was falling apart. I've repaired this thing twice now. There's that dresser. Problem is, this being like a cheap IKEA dresser, bottoms keep falling out. They are just thin pieces of wood that would sit in these little slots here. Probably work just fine for clothing. Not designed for the kind of weights I was putting in it, obviously. Because that thin piece of wood would flex, fall right out of the slots, and it's no longer a drawer. Well, I got the bright idea. I got sick and tired of it. Yeah, I'll lose a tiny bit of space, like maybe a 1/4 inch. Don't care. As long as it holds what I want it to hold. So, I am installing boards. Screwed in. I need to run that screw down a little further. I'll have 3 boards, and then the thin wood will sit on top, and these will support the weight. So, I got 3 boards cut. I did those manually right here in a little miter box. I'm in the process of installing them in the first drawer. So I'll set you all up in the stand here and we'll get to going and see what I'm doing. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but we'll see what we can get going here. What is up with this tripod here? Silly thing is, try to get y'all set up here. Try to put you where you can see. Lighting in here is not the greatest. I do apologize for that. You know why I don't like this angle? I think I'll turn the work instead of turning the camera. I think that'll work out better. My back screen, I got it to where it shuts off all the time. Just don't help me when I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. Alright. Now maybe y'all can see a little bit better. Maybe. See if I can adjust this a little more. So you're looking more at what we're doing and less at the junk pile. What in the bloody blue blazes? Pardon the wiggling here. My tripod is not wanting to do what it's supposed to do. I may edit some of this out. There we go. Let's try that. That's a little better. A little better anyway. So, as I said, I got the top screws in, or actually these would be the sides. I'll go a little bit deeper on these. I won't pull them down too hard. It's particle wood after all. How well these on? Just slotted slides are going to last, I don't know. Probably not very well. Now then, like this. Bring y'all up close again, if I can. Probably see I got a line scribed down there. That line marks where the board should be. So I'm going to put you kind of on the side here, or hopefully y'all can see. I got me a fancy countersink tool. Right in the middle here. There we go. It bores a pilot hole and a countersink for the head. Using these little here drywall screws. Hey, they work good. I use these for a lot of things because, well, they just work. Can't argue with something that works, right? Unless you're Democrat. I'm sorry, that was just too easy. If y'all Democrat watching this, sorry, not sorry. Okay, that's it, the back side here. Front side, gonna be a little more difficult. It wants to be contrary because I can already see that my board here is kicking out at the bottom. You understand? This is all scrap wood. I got me a line scribed here. We're going to do the best we can here. And hope for the best. These lines are marked by measure, not by board. And this isn't the most stable drill bit. As you can see, it got some wobble to it. It was like that when I bought it. So, now, could I put these boards all the way across? Sure I could, if I had them. I ain't got that much scrap wood. Well, I do, but it's all outside and it's all wet. And I really don't want to be using wet wood for this. It's going to be in the house. And honestly, I don't think it really needs it. This isn't a piece of furniture where looks are critical. It's really not. This is being made for my use only, for storage. Yeah, I could clean it all up and make it look really nice. Putty these up, repaint the whole thing. Who knows? Maybe I will at some point. Not today. Alright, we gotta put the next one in. I'll switch to the other end of the drawer here. Yeah, it says the first one I'm doing, so I'm kind of learning as I go. Y'all get to watch me screw up. Which, is, with me, is almost inevitable. But that's how we learn. We don't learn from our successes as much as we do from our mess-ups. When you screw something up, you learn from it. If you have nothing but success, well, there's not much of a lesson in success, now is there? I mean, yeah, you can learn something from it. Learn what works right. Hopefully. Now, I don't like the way this is laying. You probably can't see it in the camera, but the thing's wanting to bow in. I don't like that. Try to figure out a way to take that bow out of it. I've got some more clamps here. Now it ain't gonna sit there, is it? Put backstop on it, then it can't flip in. I'm clamping it to try and get it to sit even while I drill the first holes. Like I said, y'all seeing me learning how to do this. Have I done stuff like this before? Yeah, I have. Have I messed it up before? Yeah, I have. Do I know what I'm doing? Not a chance. About there is where I want it. Now I'm only going to film doing this first one here, because otherwise it'll get repetitive and boring, not to mention long. Any of you who hasn't tried filming something, let me explain something back to you. Filming takes an ordinary process and makes it take 3 times as long. Y'all can't even see me. I got the screen here on the front. Let's adjust that a little bit. Now you can kind of see me a little bit. Not that, I don't know why you want to see my ugly mug anyway. I got a face about only my mama loves. I think my mama would love me even if I didn't have a face. How's the song go? Mama can't understand why they keep showing my hands, not my face on TV. There's a reason. When you're as ugly as a mud fence, they don't want your mug on TV. You'll scare away the viewers. So I can kind of commiserate with wearing my hand. I don't play music on my videos, or normal country music, because that get me copyright strike. Even though I don't monetize my videos, not because I wouldn't like an extra $1 or 2 here and there, but because the rules are so insane that I just find it easier not to even try. That doesn't mean they can't ban my channel. I have at least one video up already where I have copyright music in it where I had to argue with them. Because in the video, I credited the artist. I also credited him in the description. I made it very clear that I did not own the music, that it was copyright materials by this artist. They still tried to copyright strike me. Yet when I challenged it and pointed out the fact that, hey, you know, the artist is credited in the video and in the comments, all of a sudden they backed off. And realized, oh, wow, yeah, he is. Okay. I followed the rules and still got in trouble. That is why I don't monetize my videos. Now I gotta adjust this again. Y'all can't see it. It's hard for me to see what y'all can see in this little tiny screen. I may have to turn this. Looks about right. I have learned a very hard and painful lesson. When you drill in holes like that, keep your fingers away from where any spot where it could possibly come out. Might save you a trip to the hospital. Or at the very least, a trip to the first aid box. Been there, done that. Try not to do it again. Uh-oh. That one didn't hold nothing. I think there's a hole in the board there. That didn't hold much neither. Again, I think there's a hole in that board. Remember I said scrap wood? I wasn't joking. This is stuff I pulled off the scrap pile. All right. And there we go. There's two. I'm going to put one in the middle for good measure. And this handle is going to make that a pain. I guess I could take the handle off. Ain't that hard to do. Wouldn't be the first time I had these handles off. In fact, I think I replaced one of them. See, just like that. Easy peasy. All right. One nice board. This one's going to be a lot more fun because I got no way to clamp it. And it's got a wee bit of a gap there. Probably because the wood is bowed slightly. You know, C-clamp would have worked better here, and I didn't bring one in. All I brought in was my quick release clamps, which see what happened? It's not a tight fit. What I'm trying to do is basically put in a backer here for me to push against to set my depth. I'm just going to have to trust myself and not drill into my fingers. Alright. That's when you run the drill nice and slow. It's in there. You see me occasionally grabbing the dustpan foxtail, trying to corral the dust a little tiny bit. Now some people will be like, well, that's just cheap IKEA furniture. Why don't you just throw it away and buy something new? Okay, Daddy Warbucks. One, it's a 12-mile drive to town. And two, I know that I can make this serviceable. I have plenty of scrap around the house to do it. Why am I going to waste good money buying something else that's just going to break in a month anyway? Buy more cheap IKEA crap, it's still cheap IKEA crap. Nothing against IKEA. They ain't the only ones. I mean, you buy anything flat pack, it's made out of this particle board, which for general light duty use, okay, is perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it. I'm about as light duty as a semi. That's the problem. You get an old country boy like me, and you know what? Putting these things in here adds some weight. You get an old country boy like me, and you give us anything, I don't care if it's a hand tool, a power tool, a piece of furniture, we probably gonna break it. Gentle we are not. I'm gonna grab my measuring stick here. Alright. That don't help me if I ain't got the drill over here. Alright. Now she's solid. Now she's solid. Yeah, now the drawer itself weighs more. So I just added probably a pound worth of wood there. But it'll it'll be able to hold pieces, parts, and tools, and things that are heavier than clothing. Although most of you should know by now, clothing can get pretty darn heavy too. You ever gone to the airport with a packed suitcase and been shocked when you had to pay an overweight fee because, you know, your suitcase had nothing but clothes in it, was over 50 pounds? You know what I'm talking about. Alright, that's as good as it's gonna get. Put the handle back on it. I still gotta cut the bottom piece. Because right now it's still sized for going in the slots. Well, it ain't going in the slots no more. Hopefully I get the screw in the actual hole. You know, I would have done this outside, but it's cold and nasty out there. That's what she looks like. Now I put the flimsy board piece in, which I gotta cut it to fit. It'll rest on those and won't fall out. I'll probably staple it to them as well. But I'm not gonna bore y'all with watching that because yeah, there ain't a whole lot to it. This video is probably gonna get long anyway, and I try not to do long videos because the editing time is insane. Anyway, that's what I got for you right now. I'm showing 27 minutes already. 27 minutes of video, record all in one shot, and I don't know how much editing I'll get into this, but I might edit it down a little bit, I might not. So, coming to you from my living room, such as this, being a confirmed bachelor and a not very social person. I have like 5 friends, and they don't come over. Ain't no reason for them to. My living room doesn't get much use other than storage and my fish. I do like my fish. Once in blue moon, I come out here and will turn this TV on and watch some, but usually I'm watching it back in the office. Got same size TV back there, so I'll just watch it back there. Anyway, thank you for coming out watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please give a like and subscribe. There'll be a card here at the end of the video. I think this one will be under DIY. It might be under rants too. A little bit of both here. So, till next time, Grumpy Old Redneck saying, y'all be safe.